Hey friends, I recently found this really cool news website that I want to share with you. I did become an affiliate, so I have an affiliate link where I can earn a small commission if you sign up. I never want to hide that fact, but I'm using this, I'm paying for it, and I'm finding it very useful. In November, around November, December last year, I wanted to unplug from the 24-hour news cycle, from being bombarded with opinions and clickbait, and I just really stopped reading the news as much as possible. Very limited access. My wife would have to fill me in on major things going on. But I don't want to have to avoid news, and I want to make sure I'm seeing well-rounded news. And I found Ground recently, Ground News, and it presents every side of the story. And I think that's really important, even though we all have our own biases and beliefs. I've always believed in viewing multiple perspectives. I watch Fox News as much as I watch CNN, and I read many different newspapers. But Ground makes it easy. It removes the clickbait, and it's a really powerful tool to not only engage with news without the chaos, but also see what you're reading and what bias they come from. So you'll see here an example of kind of showing different publications and showing if they're center, left, or right. It shows you for every article who's writing about it and where they typically fall on the bias line. You can follow different people or different sources that you want to stay in touch with, or different topics. And this is a really cool one for me, this blind spot. It'll show you things that aren't being discussed on a certain spectrum of news. So in this case, for this article, it's showing that left-leaning publications are talking about this a lot, but right-leaning publications are not. And does it for both sides. They want to make sure that people who consume media on either side are seeing the other side and what they're talking about. And this has been really an interesting part to me because, I have in the past, I do, even before Ground, try to consume news from all angles, but it's really hard to find the very niche topics that aren't being discussed in the bias that you consume the most. So this has been really eye-opening to me to see news articles that I've not been seeing on the publications I consume the most that are being talked about a lot on other publications. So I really encourage you to check this out. I know in today's day and age, the last thing you want is another subscription. I think the plan I'm using is like $5 a month, but it's really helped me consume news without getting angry, without being tunnel visioned. And yeah, here we go. $5 per month. I think they go down. There's a $2.49 and there's an $83 per month. You do get a discount if you use this link that I'm sharing. Again, it is my affiliate link. I do receive a small commission if you do that, but I think you get 40% off. Yeah. I encourage you to check it out. It's really helped me consume news in a healthy way, something I was, admittedly struggling with. I was a news junkie, consuming 24 hours a day, seeing the clickbait, going down the rabbit hole, and oftentimes finding myself mad or sad. And Ground's really helped me, so I hope it'll help you, and you can check out the link below. Thanks.